Welcome to our world history quiz, where we'll put your knowledge of the past to the test, from ancient civilizations to modern day events. This quiz will cover a wide range of historical topics. Get ready to challenge your memory and learn something new as we take you on a journey through time. Before we begin the quiz, consider subscribing to the channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss our future videos. Are you ready? Let's begin. Alright, our first question is always hard. Which ancient civilization built Machu Picchu, the Inca Empire or the Aztecs? The Inca Empire is the correct answer. Machu Picchu was built around 1450 AD and was rediscovered by American historian Hiram Bingham in 1911. On to the next one. This one is easier. Who was the first emperor of Rome, Julius Caesar or Augustus? Augustus was the emperor of Rome. Augustus, also known as Octavian, was a grandnephew of Julius Caesar and ruled from 27 BC until his death in 14 AD. Now, a question for literature lovers. Who wrote this famous novel, War and Peace? Fyodor Dostoevsky or Leo Tolstoy? Leo Tolstoy. War and Peace is considered one of the greatest works of literature ever written and was first published in 1869. Okay, you got this one. Who led the Cuban Revolution in 1959? Was it Fidel Castro or Che Guevara? And the leader was Fidel Castro. The Cuban Revolution resulted in the overthrow of the US-backed dictator Fulgencio Batista and the establishment of a socialist state in Cuba. Now let's see if you got good grades in history. Who invented the telephone? Alexander Graham Bell or Thomas Edison? Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. Bell's invention of the telephone in 1876 revolutionized communication and paved the way for modern telecommunication systems. Which Russian mystic and advisor to the Romanovs was assassinated in 1916? Was it Grigory Rasputin or Vladimir Lenin? The correct answer is Grigory Rasputin. Rasputin was known for his alleged ability to heal the Romanovs' son and heir, Alexei, who suffered from hemophilia. Okay, time to test your school knowledge again. Who was the first president of the United States? Thomas Jefferson or George Washington? George Washington was the first president of the United States. Washington led the Continental Army to victory against the British during the American Revolution and served as the first president of the United States from 1789 to 1797. This quiz can't get easier anymore. Who discovered America? Christopher Columbus or Vasco da Gama? Christopher Columbus is the correct answer. Columbus' voyages to the Americas marked the beginning of European exploration and colonization of the New World. On to the next one. Who was the first person to circumnavigate the globe? Ferdinand Magellan or James Cook? And the answer is Ferdinand Magellan. Magellan's expedition from 1519 to 1522 was the first to circumnavigate the Earth, although he died before the voyage was completed. Another one for literature lovers. Who wrote the Communist Manifesto? Was it Karl Marx or Friedrich Nietzsche? Karl Marx is the writer of the Communist Manifesto. The Communist Manifesto was first published in 1848 and has since become one of the most influential political texts in history. Which event led to the end of the French monarchy and execution of King Louis XVI? The French Revolution or the Napoleonic Wars? And the correct answer is the French Revolution. The French Revolution was a period of radical social and political upheaval in France that lasted from 1789 to 1799. The revolution led to the end of the French monarchy and the execution of King Louis XVI. On to the next question. Who was the founder of Mongol Empire? Was it Genghis Khan or Alexander the Great? Genghis Khan was the founder of the Mongol Empire. Genghis Khan founded the Mongol Empire in the 12th century, which at its peak covered much of Asia and Eastern Europe. Now, let's make it harder. What year did the Berlin Wall fall? Was it in 1989 or 1991? The Berlin Wall, which divided East and West Germany, fell in November 1989, marking the end of the Cold War era. Which European country was the first to explore the New World? Was it Portugal or Spain? The correct answer is Portugal. The Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama reached India in 1498, while the Portuguese explorer Pedro Álvares Cabral discovered Brazil in 1500. Which country was the first to declare independence in Latin America, Mexico or Argentina? Mexico declared its independence from Spain on September 16, 1810, after a decade of war. Before we dive into the next question, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. By subscribing, you will be the first to know about all of our latest and greatest content, and it also helps us to create more videos like this one. Let's make the questions more technical. Answer this one. Who was the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? Was it Theresa May or Margaret Thatcher? Margaret Thatcher served as the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom from 1979 to 1990, becoming the first woman to hold the office. This one is interesting. What was the first country to give women the right to vote? New Zealand or United States? In 1893, New Zealand became the first country to grant women the right to vote in national elections. In which country was Adolf Hitler born? Germany or Austria? He was born in Austria. Did you know that Adolf Hitler wanted to become a professional artist in his youth? What was the name of the last queen of France before the French Revolution? Was it Marie Antoinette or Elizabeth II? Marie Antoinette was the wife of King Louis XVI and became a symbol of excesses of the French monarchy. I'm sure everyone will answer this question. What was the name of the British passenger liner that sank in 1912? Was it RMS Titanic or SS Lusitania? And as you guessed it, RMS Titanic is the answer. The sinking of the Titanic remains one of the deadliest peacetime maritime disasters in history, and they even made a movie about it. What country did Napoleon Bonaparte came from? Italy or France? He came from France. Napoleon Bonaparte was a military and political leader of France who rose to prominence during the French Revolution. Alright, let's get into wars. Which famous World War II battle saw the Allies land on a beach in Normandy, France? The Battle of the Somme or the D-Day invasion? The D-Day invasion, also known as Operation Overlord, was a pivotal moment in World War II and marked the beginning of the end of the war in Europe. Who was the first emperor of China? Was it Sun Yat-sen or Qin Shi Huang? Qin Shi Huang is the correct answer. Qin Shi Huang was the first emperor of a unified China, ruling from 221 BC to 210 BC. Which famous philosopher was known for his ideas about government and the social contract theory? Immanuel Kant or Jean-Jacques Rousseau? Rousseau's famous work, The Social Contract, outlined his ideas about government and the rights and responsibilities of citizens in a society. His work had a major influence on the development of modern political theory. Okay, last question will be hard. What is the significance of the Magna Carta? It established the principle of habeas corpus or limited the power of the monarchy? It limited the power of the monarchy. The Magna Carta was a charter of rights granted by King John of England in 1215, which established the principle that everyone, including the king, was subject to the law.